What's good, everybody? What's going on, man? It's Stephen Qualls II, a.k.a. Mr. Qualified. It's your boy! And we're back with another episode of Qualified TV. I'm pretty sure this will be the Season 5 premiere, so definitely can give it up for that. But we are here talking with, man, the homies, the bros.
I'm so sorry.
That is crazy. We definitely have.
I'm so sorry.
We had turned off all technologies, I thought.
It's
No, but it's all good. No, but anyway, man, I am here with Sean Weaver, Clemmons, indeed, Lil Deanthony Simmons. At least I ain't say sticky, bro. That's not the point. Anyway, man, we are here to talk about their short film, The Language of Loves, and also just talk and kind of catch up as brothers. But man, let's just kind of like jump into the film first and foremost. Man, you have a directorial debut.
Yes.
Y'all have acting debuts. Like y'all are here. Like this is a arrival moment. You even said it in the press release interview. It feels like a second coming for you. So, man, where did the inspiration for the film start? Like, what made y'all say, let's do a short film?
So it kind of started with me. Everybody was moving. We all went to Missouri together, so everybody was moving to Dallas. I mean, D moved to Dallas. I already knew D had did theater, acting stuff, not only in high school. I knew he was kind of interested in it. We talked about it while you were in St. Louis. And then you moved down here and you were like, I know. He was like, Sean, I know you had done some acting stuff in Dallas. Like,
trying to get back into it.
Get back into it. Me personally, I already did some acting stuff in there, but it was definitely kind of like slowing up. And then Congo, of course, our photographer, our director of photography, was always into camera work. He was working as a cameraman for a company as well. And it was like, hey, we could work together to make some skits. We can do some YouTube stuff. Like, I think even a little inspiration of RDC World, like how they be doing stuff, comedy. That's kind of where the idea started. And then from there, like for me personally, I've always wanted to, keep getting into it. And I read a little article that Issa Rae had said, like, whenever you want to make things happen, make it happen with the people around you. Don't look up. Like, don't try and look to the people who are above you to make something happen. Make it happen with the people around you. And I was like, I have two of my closest friends here in Dallas. One who good with a camera, another one who acts. Why not make, like, a short film? So it kind of started with skits, went into short film. And then it was at one moment, D was like, are you sure you want to, like, do a film? Like, you can't do skits? And I was like, after writing the script and we had what the script looked like, I was like, nah, dude, we got it. I said, we have some good stuff. I was like, nah, we got to lock in. Like, this is something that's pretty serious. And from there, it was just up. Like, from there, it was grind, making things happen, setting up times, dates, getting all into it. So that's kind of what inspired and started getting into that short film area. Yeah. And, it's just a building block. Like, one thing led to another, which led to another. We could do a little bit better here. We can do this. We can do this. And this happens, and then I hit you up like, hey, well, we're gonna need a copyright. Like, can we use Qualified Media, your company? Like, each thing, it was a very much a learning process, but each thing led to another. And there'd be times I'd be calling D. I know they're annoyed with me. I know D and Congo, Malik. I know you, like, y'all. I was calling these niggas all the time, like, hey, we gotta make some stuff happen. Of course, how's your mental health? How are you? Are you good? Let's chop it up. Are you good? Let's check it first. Are y'all good? Yeah, you good? Okay, you good? Let's talk business. Let's talk business real quick. It's great to have business with your friends. Like, absolutely. And people talk about how that can be like a slippery slope, like going into business with your friends. But it's like, I mean, shoot, we're having a whole film about the relationship with your friends. I think the fact that we can have not only easy conversations, but difficult conversations, mental health conversations. In fact, we all can talk with each other like that made doing business not hard, not difficult. It made it easy. We were able to do that with each other. So
it was like we was walking on eggshells.
Exactly.
You just got right into it because you already familiar with each other. It's like it's easy. So
yeah. Take us through a little bit of the process of like actually making a film. I don't like necessarily making the discernment or like trying to create a difference between like a short film and an actual film, because either way, the same process of trying to get all the things together are there. Like, this just happens to be maybe way shorter than what a feature film, might be. But for people that don't know, because I surely don't know all the aspects, but you kind of alluded to how things are step by step, but you don't have to go through every single step. But just what are some of the, like,
we'd be here all day.
But what are some of the biggest things that go into creating a film from writing the script to, okay, this is the final product that we can, you know, send off or show or whatever the case may be. Like we're like the main blocks, I would say.
So the first biggest thing is getting a good story to tell,
For sure.
a good script. So it started off as a free script online. It was by Joseph Ornon. He's listed in the credits for a writer. I couldn't even tell you what the name of the script was. It was like a little free script, and the script was an argument between a girl and a boy, like a girlfriend boyfriend in a relationship argument. And I kind of was reading through it, and I was like, what if we could turn this into like a friendship conversation? Back and forth, and from there I kind of like took some inspiration from there and then started writing my own stuff, and then I sent it off to D, not this D, but our writer D, Dominique, who's in Chicago. She's a writer as well, and I had her write some stuff too. She sent it back to me. Gosh, she's amazing. When she sent it back to me, I was like, we got some fire on here. So I was like, let me switch up like 2 more things, make the story connect, and I sent the script off to D and Congo, and we had our first table read.
Yeah, the table read is really what set it in stone for, or push things into motion.
And when we had that table read, I was like, okay, you read the lines, we went over like who think would be the better character, you want to do this character, and like that kind of started. So it really started with getting the story. Once we had our story set in line, now it's like, okay, shooting locations, where are we going to shoot this? What do we want the aesthetic to be? What the end product is going to look like. And that was a lot of conversations between me and Congo. We're going over that storyboarding. Even Malik helped with that as well. Going through all those things. We're in Dallas, we wanted to shoot. All those different things were stuff we looked at getting ready for the shoot date. And I think I set up a shoot date in like April or something.
Yeah, it was very good.
We got to get some rental stuff. Congo, I think I already had camera, but mics, we wanted to sound good, all that stuff. Everything, and then we had a set day, so then we had rehearsals. Of course, we had rehearsals leading up to it. Had an actor coach. Shouts out to Austin. He came in. He helped us a little bit, but he even said, I think y'all got some good stuff too. He could see the relationship between us on camera, well, not on camera, but like looking at us, he already knew it was kind of good too. So that was solid. So then from there, it just came to shoot day, getting everybody. My homie McCullen, costume designer, he styled us for the film. My homie Meech was behind the scenes photographer. We had everybody there the day of, and then we got to shooting, and we had our locations, and boom, we knocked it out in one weekend, Friday and Saturday. I don't even think we used Sunday to shoot, did we?
We did.
Yeah, we just did 2 days, so it's 3 scenes. We did the first one the first day, then we did a little bit more on the second day, and then we did scenes 2 and 3 on the second day as well.
Yep.
And then that was all shooting, and then everything from there is post-production. So it was a lot more conversation with me and Congo. Like I said, I know he was tired of me. I know I was hitting his line all the time. He was sending me multiple, drafts. Okay, can we change this? I kind of want this aesthetic. Can we make it a little bit warmer? Let's add film grain. What if you did this sound? Like a bunch of things go into it in the post-production, but once we got that done, I was like, all right, we need to have it another day. You got to have deadlines. You got to be on top of people. That's why I know they hate me, because I'd be like, look, this date is coming. Can I count on you for this? And every single time they delivered. Every single time. Everybody around me was amazing. Like, we couldn't have done this without working together. And then from there, it was just submitting to film festivals. We submitted to Sundance, Atlanta, Dallas International, South by Southwest, True False, a bunch. And we plan to submit to even more. So it was definitely a process. I forgot the very first step, even before a story, was fundraising. Shoot, we had a fundraising to build money too, which is like we were able to make this film happen. We fundraised $2,500, which in the film world, clearly, with $1 million productions isn't a lot, but I mean, I think that's just a testament to how well we worked together. Like with $2,500, we were able to make magic happen. Like I think we have a really great quality film. Like it looks good, it sounds good, we love it. I think the acting was amazing. My homie D knocked it out the freaking park. He hit a home run with his acting. He was doing amazing, and I loved it. So
He did.
that was the process.
Yeah,
now we're here.
You have some scenes where it's like I don't know. They just told him to go Super Saiyan or what. I was like, this is D's moment. I was like, D is spitting right now. Like he's getting to it. But do you both feel like this is or do you all want this to be a launching pad? And if so, in what capacity would you hope that this is a launching pad, like for each of your careers?
Yeah. So I definitely want it to be a launching pad. As I said earlier, for me, I really feel like this is second coming. For all the work that I've done in the past, mostly just theater stuff, and me kind of just now getting into the film more, like really trying to get serious about it. I think with this and going through the entire process of, like you said, the script writing, the table reads, the find different locations, and then actually filming it, the process of how long it took to get each shot, each film process, like it's a lot that you go through with even completing something like this in general. But now that I've gone through it and actually done the work for it, I want to continue doing it now, if that makes sense. Right now I'm still auditioning for other things and trying to make some other things shake and happen, but I feel like I really needed this to kind of propel me forward. So the goal moving forward is still to do more films. I'm not gonna lie, my ultimate goal, at least to start out, is a sitcom, like a sitcom, TV show, something, right? You get on that, you can become a regular. That's
consistent check.
Exactly, consistent check. Even then, you still kind of gain a name too when you're in a sitcom or a TV show in general. If you can get a film, cool. But my mind is set on the sitcom / TV show.
I would love to see you in a sitcom again.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel that. What kind of sitcom would you want to do?
I'm leaning more towards the maybe dramatic comedy.
I knew he was going to say.
Yeah.
I can see you in like a Carmichael show.
See, I can do that. That's
Yeah.
It's comedic timing and shit. You know, just little stuff like that I appreciate. So
You gonna be the comedic relief, or you want to have some drama in some of your scenes?
maybe a little bit both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little balance.
Yeah.
I feel that. I definitely can see that. Did you have a different answer or anything you wanted to add to that?
I mean, shoot, at the end of the day, we all love to be mega Hollywood
Exactly.
stars. Exactly. I love to feel like The Rock and just be in movies and stuff. But things like this take time. You know, I mean, and coming into this, I never had the idea of I'm doing this to be a big movie star. I'm doing this because I love it. And I'm doing this knowing, like, I know, like, this is something I wanted. I was like, I'm not going to pick this up if I'm not ready to do this for at least 10 years. So in the back of my head, I was like, if I'm going to start this, I know I'm going to at least do this for 10 years of putting my all into it. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. I think I really do love acting. I really do love this. Where it changed was I went into the director role. Like before I was just doing acting stuff. So changing into that director and producer role was a big adjustment for me and a big learning curve. But it almost kind of made me fall in love with it too. Whereas like I find so much more respect now for the Issa Raes, the Spike Lees, the Tyler Perrys. Like, you know, when you're recording, you're filming, you have to be a director and you have to be in front of the camera in some of the scenes as well. It made me grow new respect, but the goal is to just make quality content, and originally was to get into film festivals.
Right.
I was like, if we could get into Sundance, that would be crazy. Like, I was like, man, that'd be crazy. But as the film further went on, like, I guess our expectations got even higher. Like, we could not get into anything, and I'd be happy, like, with the film we made, because we have a damn good film. Yeah, I have no problem with getting into no film festivals. But now it's like, now that I've done more research, it's like, hey, if we do really good at Sundance, we could be qualifying for Oscars. We could be qualifying for that. It's like, sometimes you want to check yourself. It's like, okay, let me be humble. Like, that's a really high bar to set. But it's like, we could do that. Like, I have no problem with, I think we could. I think we have a good enough film that we could really do that. Like, a good message, a good story. We're just that good. So, I mean, Oscars is the goal. That's the dream. I mean, and in the process, if I meet some really dope people to help me keep pushing forward and say they want to turn it into a feature film, shoot, I'll do that too. I'll make it happen. You feel me? I'll make it happen. But I mean, the goal was just to make a good film with my friends, and that was accomplished. So now it was like, how much further can we take it? Let's keep going.
Yeah. No, honestly, like when you would call me, I was inspired by a lot of those calls, because especially like you would always ask me, because I know like this, y'all have filmed already, but I know as we were talking, a lot of post stuff was going on. That's when I was kind of trying to bring, or I was in the midst of like bringing my qualified content back. And you would always ask about it, and I, in a way, like sometimes, to be honest, I always kind of felt never like slighted by you, but it would be this idea of like, dang, like they are really putting this in motion, and I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing. And it was never like a personal thing, but it was more inspiring, because I'm like, nah, like these niggas are actually making a short film. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can get this content out, you know what I mean? But I think even just the mentality of like that being your bar, like a lot of people may consider that to be unrealistic, but the confidence of just knowing like it is possible. Like we've seen stories where somebody goes from, you know, something, you know, small time or something that they thought was just going to be like a moment, and it turned into something much bigger for them. Or just even looking at I mean, I think Issa Rae is probably the biggest example, but looking at having a web series and that turning into a HBO series that's a hit, that's going to be probably heralded, especially in our generation, as one of the best and most relatable shows probably like of our, time. But very inspiring. I think the film is inspiring and just a testament to, I mean, what both of y'all just spoke to as well. What do y'all want people to really take away from this film? Like if y'all had to answer that in 2 sentences, what do y'all want people to take away after, watching this film?
I say you do a sentence and I do a sentence.
Okay. Lean on your friends.
Be open to all sides.
Lean on your friends and be open to all sides.
Yes.
That's good.
Man, that's that's extremely important, and also perfect segue. We talk about us a little bit now, but man, I feel like we've done that. Like I feel like in all honesty, we've put that into practice since we've known each other, in undergrad, and I'm extremely grateful for like the friendship and the brotherhood that we have, because I think the older we get, the more like we start to experience things in our own individual lives, but we also get to see and still feel that support from each other. At least I know for me. I don't take that for granted, and the older I get, I realize how rare feels strong, but it is a rare thing because it's not something that is always a guarantee or something that you can necessarily expect from everybody. But what would you say, especially when we're thinking about us or we're thinking about the Homies specifically? For context, for y'all that don't know, the Homies is a group of it's 5 of us now, rest in peace Joe, but 6 of us, and we just. I don't even remember. Start a space, right?
Every Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
It
was Thursday.
No, it was Tuesday.
If we missed Tuesday, we would do Thursday.
Okay.
Every Tuesday, we would all link up and we would play space.
At Joel and Deanthony's house.
Me, D, Steve, Joel, Cortez, and Ed. Yeah. We would all just link up, play spades, and that was the Homies. That's what.
That's a legendary house.
Yes.
That's a
whooping. We just play spades, drink. We drink wine. Usually somebody brings some wine. Yeah. Have a good time. Make a little fun.
Talk some shit.
Maybe dominoes.
Dominoes too. We got dominoes. The music was always on point. We was always
playing new albums. Like
if
a new album had dropped. Who is this? Yeah, no. So that's how that relationship really started. To build and. I wouldn't say that's how it started. That's how we became close.
I
feel like we really had a lot of heart-to-heart conversations in moments like those, just across the space table, even though you ain't supposed to talk across the table. But having conversations, space tables, things happening in pop culture, social media, stuff like that. Like you were saying, Joel introduced me and Deanthony. Because y'all live together. Joel introduced us who our film is inspired by. He introduced us. That's how we kind of became cool, because Joel and D lived together.
Yeah. He stayed with us for a week.
We're all alpha, so we're. Yeah.
I said, "Who is this in my house?" And then Joe.
I was in between places.
Joe left me just with him. I ain't never.
For context, everybody, I was literally moving, but like I was moving from one place to another. One lease had ended a week early before the next one started. So I was like, "Look, I ain't trying to go all the way back to Texas from Mizzou for a week, and I have to move." I was like, "Can I just?" Joel, can I crash at your crib? That's my LB. So he was like, of course. I walk in, D was like,
I was cool with it. It was just that Joe had left like 3 days ago.
I was crashing.
It was just me and him, and I'm just like.
And I'm just imagining Joe didn't say nothing. He didn't warn you.
Oh yeah, this Sean, he gonna be staying here for a week. And then just dip.
Okay.
But we became cool. We played hella games together. We realized that's how we realized how much we had in common.
No, for real.
How many games we played together, like. Kicking it, and even though he from KC, I'm from Dallas, we had very similar upbringings, and it became cool.
Built from there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. How would y'all describe how it's grown since that inception of like us becoming close? Like obviously we all knew each other in some capacity, but from us initially becoming close, because I would say that happened around the time we were all about 21, 22 probably, and we all, unfortunately, closer to, we all getting closer to that 3-0, you feel me? But, how would y'all describe the growth that you just seen in us as men individually, but just as a friend group? How does it feel reflecting on it whenever that happens for y'all now?
I say I love development. Like you can really look back and seeing where we started, as we had just mentioned, started at the spades table and seeing where we all are now. especially on our individual paths, we're still figuring stuff out, figuring out what it is that we want to do, seeing what it is that's changed since then, and what it is that we want to accomplish moving forward is, I don't know, it's great. I don't know.
It's just a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But I like where we're headed. I like where we're going right now. And I think our relationship from that is just continuing to grow. Regardless of us being in all different locations, it's maturing. That's the best word for it. With us being all in different locations, I feel like our relationship still hasn't really took a hit, or hasn't changed too much. Yeah. I feel like if we all just linked up randomly,
we just pick up where we left off. It always picks up where you left off, and that's something that my dad told me about. Like growing up, he was like, you know, the really good friends you have, it doesn't matter how far you leave, because when you meet up again, you just pick up right where you left off. Yes. And I realize that's something that we have that's like very beautiful too. Like when we see each other again, not a beat, not a step has ever been missed. Like me and D now were in Dallas together. Of course, like we can definitely link up and kick it and talk more, but you know, just maturing and knowing, like, you know, leaving college, you don't have the luxury of seeing your homies every day. Like, I could go walk or drive to y'all crib at any time at Mizzou. Like, it was nothing, but really, that's why those spade table talks and playing dominoes together was so important, because I know I could lean on y'all at any time. Outside of us being far away, I know I could give y'all a call at any time. And y'all gonna answer. I'll be working from home. I'll be calling Steve while he at work. He still be picking up. He be like, Sean, you know I'm at Cortez too. He be like, Sean, you know I'm at work. I'll be like, but you answered though. Like that's how we grow. Like that's how things have grown. It's really just been beautiful and maturing, and you know, not always just having the easy conversations, but the difficult ones too. Holding each other accountable. Like there's definitely been conversations where like some people become more ducked off, and it's like, you know, you realize they might be going through something, but that's how we come in and we call and we like, hey, we realize you've been ducked off. I'm here for you. What do you need from me? Like as a friend, as a brother. And those moments is what made us get to here and how we're so strong now, you know? Exactly. Even being the young one of the group, you know, right? All these fools.
I mean, I forget that
you
are the young one.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
It is. That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works. Actually, it makes sense. You are probably the most immature one in the group.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm the most immature person, you know.
I can't necessarily argue that statement. I don't know if that's something you want to claim, but
I feel like I'm very mature for my
age. He has
age.
Mature moments. I feel like that's the thing. He can be mature. That's what it is. But it's immature.
It's a big difference.
You know what it is, guys? I'm very mature in mentality and speaking, but I have little brother syndrome.
There you go.
Like I was the youngest, so it's like I'd be annoying at times. So that's where the immaturity comes out. Like as just the little brother, I operate in those spaces, which is probably why I do so well with being friends with older guys, because growing up around, like, all my cousins were older than me. My brother, of course, older than me as well. So it's like I have that little brother syndrome at times, but at the same time, like I feel like I'm very mature, like in conversations for my age and stuff too. You feel me? So every once in a while, I gotta mess with these. You feel me? Just get in this skin.
It's a good way to look at it.
But man, no, honestly, I'm really upset that we weren't able to make that New York trip happen. Especially considering, like, you know, everything that's happened in the past year. But man, like, because we never took a trip with all 6 of us. Like we were never able to make that happen, and we actually planned for New York for like 6 months in advance. We actually tried to.
It hurts me still to this day that we didn't do it too, man. It's so. And there's like not just that one, but there's also the trip to New York I wanted to take for, I think it was Sa's birthday, because Miles was at that one as well, and I wasn't able to make that one as well, and I was contemplating going to New York too. So I was like, dang, I wish I just.
Yeah.
If you got an opportunity to take a trip, guys, do it.
Definitely
just
take
do
it.
it. Like,
just take it.
You never know when it could be your last, so just take it.
Yeah. Man, we've had some funny moments as a group. What would y'all say is your either favorite or like funniest moment of the homies, whether it's with somebody individually?
I already know what you about to say too.
Because I'm like, you know what I'm about to say to at this point. I still have the video.
I do too.
It is my favorite moment. But it is the orange juice debate. It's the orange juice versus the lemon juice argument between you and Joe. That is by far my favorite moment.
He's always so hard on it. Guys, I just want y'all to know. It's the most useless debate ever, but it's a hill I will die on.
And I don't know why.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know why everything in the world is juice that they add sugar to. Orange juice, cranberry juice, apple juice. But the moment they add sugar to a lemon, which is a fruit, they call it lemonade. It should be called lemon juice. That's my argument. They should have just made the lemonade called lemon juice.
It's just
too.
a natural juice coming from the lemon, though. That's why it's just like lemon
Don't start with me. I want all of y'all to know that for me, that's what just doesn't make sense. Why did lemons get? They think they high acidity.
They special.
Because they limit, we got lemonade. No, it should have been called lemon juice too, but they just called regular juice from a lemon.
You get lemon juice, you make lemonade.
I ain't trying to hear that, bro. They should have called it lemon juice, just like all the other juices. See, I'm for equality. I'm for flat rate equality between all people.
I'm still on the other side. I'm not gonna lie. I see why it's called lemon juice, but I understand where you coming from.
I'm not getting into it.
But that's my favorite. That's my favorite moment.
There's multiple videos. You know what's even more crazy? Congo literally sent me that today. and it wasn't even the one that you sent me. It was the same argument at a different time. Look. Bro, literally. Bro, I'm telling you.
It's completely different setting.
But the thing is, Joel knew that shit would get under my skin, bro. He would do it just because he knew it would get under me. And I'm like, Joel, don't start this, bro. You know how I feel about this argument, bro. It don't make no sense to me.
And he loved it. He loved arguing. That was the thing.
Exactly.
You and Joel will argue about a lot of stuff. Me and Joel will argue about a lot of stuff. It's just, we were always arguing. But like, I don't know. If we didn't argue, if we didn't argue, it felt weird, low key. I don't
know if I have a memory that can top that. I think if I had to say a different one, I would say there is one weird. It wasn't like a super big memory, but when Fortnite first came out,
I think I know that too.
When Fortnite first came out, there was one day, and it was around KOD. J. Cole's KOD was out as well, and we were doing an album listening of KOD. Yeah. When it first dropped, and we were playing Fortnite, and we were all just taking turns playing it on the TV. Yeah. That was a very special day.
I know exactly what day that was.
Vivid day. For some weird reason, and that's great that we all remember. I remember because we were all... Yeah.
That's why.
It made
That's why. That's exactly why.
I remember that vividly.
Because we were like, we were all like, J. Cole's album is going crazy. We were terrible at Fortnite. Yeah. We play shooting games a lot now, but back then we were learning. We were terrible at Fortnite. Yeah. We was not doing well. Couldn't get a dub to save our lives. We were already there for hours. It had to have been like probably 1-2 a.m. because we played Spades first.
Early as shit.
We started early. We were playing Spades. We was there for a minute. That was a look at that. I just brought a lot of memory. I ain't even peeped.
No,
great memory.
Yeah, no, I think definitely that that argument, the lemon juice argument is by far. Then it was also, I have the video. I don't know what juice Joel had, but he didn't want nobody else to drink that juice. Like, that's how good it was to him. I can't remember what type of juice it was.
That had food that he didn't want nobody to touch.
But I don't have a moment, but I will say, one thing that I love about our friendship, and you did this the most, I would say Joel is second, but Sean is the person that we can be somewhere, and it's honestly something that helped me be more, not that I wasn't comfortable, but it just helped me like stay comfortable with my masculinity. But Sean is the type of person that will be in anywhere in public, honestly. And one, he will fall asleep anywhere in public on you if you are there and he's tired enough. Two, Sean will come and lay his head on my shoulder, and that doesn't feel weird. But randomly, out of nowhere, just because. But I just feel like that speaks to my brother's being weird, but all right, you know what I'm saying? It's just Sean. Yeah. But I don't think there's too many people that I would feel that comfortable and that natural, with that happening. So I'm just grateful to even have a relationship where we can argue about something. He can lay his head on my shoulder. I can confide in him about this. He can confide in me about that.
Y'all, it's exhaustion.
It is.
In college, it was exhaustion. I was so tired, it didn't matter. I would lay my head on this man's shoulder because I am exhausted.
I just be like, it's okay, bro. I know. Your day ain't even over yet. It's okay, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. I always knew I had to. If we was out, we were sitting somewhere, I would lay my head on Steve's shoulder. I would lay my head on Joel's shoulder, and I will take a quick power nap. My God. But that's crazy you spoke to that. Thank you for letting me know that, because that's not ever something I even thought of. But that does just tell us how great of a friendship that we do have. It's I hope we can accomplish that in the film, knocking down those walls of masculinity. Like, I will put my head on your shoulder and fall asleep, bro. Y'all my brothers. I love y'all to death. Like, I will.
Love you too, man.
Snoring and all. Y'all used to catch me in the student center cooked, boy.
Boy, I
I
got
used
so
to be.
many
I still got a picture and video of that too.
Bro, there's just a photo.
You sleep in some weird ways too, bro. I don't know how you.
There's one where legs crossed.
Yeah. I don't know how you. How you?
I'm not forgetting that picture at all.
Exhaustion, bro.
For sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. We won't take up too much more of these people's time because we could literally talk for hours. We're gonna
cut the camera and keep
talking.
talking. We're gonna bring out the liquor. You know the vibes, man. You know the vibes.
Man, I'm so happy. I'm always happy. Well, any interview I do, I'm always happy. But man, when I'm able to actually sit down with people that I talk to on a regular basis, that I know what's going on in their life, and be able to kind of share that with y'all, like that's always an amazing experience for me. So I hope y'all, had just as much fun talking about the film and talking about us, man. Of course, always. Check out the press release interview to learn more about the film and where you can learn more about the film. We'll have the socials of these two brothers right here so y'all can follow them. And yeah, until next time, I'll catch y'all next episode. Peace.
Peace.